Hey everybody, this is Mike Coffin here at Crucible Krav Maga, and we're talking about our anti-bullying or bully-proof workshop series here. And in this segment, we're going to talk about why dealing with bullying is important. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, it's something that happens, and if you're not prepared for it, when it does happen, you might be caught off guard. So you actually have to do a little bit of homework ahead of time. That's what we're hoping these workshops and courses are for. And, you know, if we look at statistics, right, a lot of kids, something like 64% or more, depending on the study that you look at, don't report this to their parents. In some cases, girls are far more likely to be bullied, especially in the cyber kind of world. And then boys, of course, you know, more on the physical side. There are enormous problems with depression and self-esteem, and kids can exhibit things like hurting themselves or cutting themselves, doing drugs, alcohol, sexual things, stuff like that. And so there are a lot of reasons why dealing with bullying is important. And on your side as a parent, one of the real problems is being able to identify what bullying is. So let's actually define what bullying is. Bullying is the sort of systematic approach of picking on someone repeatedly, ostracizing them from maybe classmates, and singling them out in a repeated fashion. And it could be physical, it could be verbal, it could be cyber. There's a lot of different ways, and unfortunately bullies may change tactics quite often as well. And so as parents, you know, you're facing a lot of different problems kind of all at the same time. Now, on your side, being able to identify it is one of the first things. And where we say that you need to be really aware of things is in your child's behavior, right? So you need to look for things like significant mood swings, definitely changes in behavior, tastes, things that they used to do, now they don't want to do, or if you start seeing them go to the nurse. When I was a kid, when I was bullied a bit, I would go to the nurse a lot just to hang out, and she knew what was going on and would just let me sit there and maybe take a nap, right? So if they're going to the nurse a lot, or if they're calling, you know, saying that they're sick a lot, it may be that they just, not that they don't want to go to school, it's that if they go to school, they're afraid that they're going to be bullied. Now the problem that parents have is, well, how do I figure that out? And that's where building this relationship happens. That's where having this common language happens, you know, here in the workshops. But, you know, the first thing you want to do obviously is talk to your kids and find out, is this happening, and define it for them. Explain what bullying is. And even if they deny it and they don't want to talk about it, at least you've sort of put that into their head so they know the difference between being teased, which is fairly quite normal actually, and being bullied, which is not normal and not good and can lead to a lot of negatives. The next part of it is, you know, well, if I determine that, what can I do? Right? Me as a parent, what can I do? And in the next video segment, we're going to give parents some exact tips and steps as to what they can do to deal with bullying. So come back for part 3 here in just a minute.